Okay, welcome to another episode of Get Out and Explore with John. Today we are in Elkmont Campground in the Great Smoky Mountain National Park, and this video is going to be a campground review of the campground here. I'm going to give you some statistics and kind of give you a little tour of the campground, tell you what I think of the amenities, and just take a look around and see what they have to offer. Okay, as you first arrive at the campground, the first thing you're going to come to is the ranger station here on the left. That's where you're going to check in and get your campsite assignments. They'll give you any pertinent information that you need to get here. Here they're also going to have you sign a small statement saying that you're aware of the food storage requirements because there are bears in the area and they don't want any issues with bears coming into the campground. So other than that, this is where you're going to check in. All right, continuing our tour, this is the camp store here. It's where you can buy firewood and soft drinks, some snacks. Looks like they're open 10 to 6. Oh, they also have ice, so wood is $9.87 per bundle and ice is $5.21. Got a couple of soda and vending machines here. And then here is a little display that shows everything that they have for sale at the camp store here. Kind of run a little gamut of everything. Some stuff to make s'mores here, mustard, mayo, paper towels, anything you might need. Some logs for your fire, or charcoal, batteries, Advil. So a little bit of variety here. And then over here is where they sell ice cream. So it's a little bit chilly for ice cream today, but I guess if you got here in the summer, this would be a good place to hang out and cool off. So okay, that's going to do it for the camp store. And next we're going to go back into the campground itself. We are in Site C3. So we're going to go back here and take a look at Site C3 and see what our accommodations are for this evening. I noticed that they do have bear-proof garbage cans scattered throughout the park. I believe they're supposed to have food storage containers, but I haven't seen any of those, but they do have the bear-proof trash cans. Okay, we're in Site C3, coming up here on our right, so yep, right here, so let's pull in and check out the site and see where we're going to be staying tonight. Okay, Site C3 is our home for the night. Put our little tag on the board for the reservation, and let's go walk around and take a look at our site. So, plenty of parking area back in here, and here's a nice big gravel tent site. This will be nice here. We've got a picnic table and nice little fire pit. And these sites are pretty good size. I mean, that's the next site over. That's probably a good 60 to 70 feet away. So good size sites here. And check this out, guys. The best part of this is we are right next to the little river. And how you can beat this. It's going to be awesome sleeping next to the river tonight. The sound of the water rushing by be very soothing and relaxing. So wow, check this out. Yep, not gonna be able to beat this. Very cool. All right, so yeah, that was just a little quick tour through the site here, but let's go up and get our tent set up, and we'll get ourselves settled in for the night. All right, I'll catch you in a minute. Okay, there's home for the night. Here's the setup. Let's go in and check it out. Okay. Mattress, sleep bag, I'll throw some other stuff in here tonight. And that will be home for this evening. Hopefully I don't blow away, but that's gonna be it.
And check out the view from my tent. Doesn't get any better than this.
Okay, now that we got the tent set up, I'll show you some of the campground here. Just right across the street, it's going to be the bathrooms. Let's go over here and take a look. As far as I know, there's flush toilets and sinks. There's going to be no hot water, and of course the campsite or the campground itself has no electricity, so you either boondocking or you're going to be running a generator. Each loop has a station here where you can do dishwashing, so that's pretty nice that they have that. And there's also water fountains and a place to fill up any jugs of water that you might need. And we'll take a quick look inside bathroom and see what's in here. Okay, we got 2 sinks, urinal, and 2 stalls there. Pretty typical. There's no outlets in here either, so yep, this is pretty primitive, but that's what you expect from the campgrounds in the Smoky Mountains. That's just what they offered from the Park Service. And you could go to some private campgrounds and have more amenities, but they're not going to be inside of the park. So yeah, this is pretty nice. We'll take the primitive camping, so we have the convenience of being in the park.
Now that I'm all settled in, have my tent set up, thought I'd jump back in the truck and take you for a little ride around some more of the campgrounds so you can kind of take a look and see some of the other sites and see what you might expect when you arrive.
Okay, the campground itself has about 200 sites total. You're allowed 6 people per site with 1 tent or 1 RV per site. Additionally, they have about 20 walk-in sites, and they have 9 ADA available sites. And again, 3 of those have the 15 amp electricity service if you have any medical devices that you need to plug in. For those of you who have RVs, there is no dump station here, and of course no on-site sewers. So the closest RV dump station is at the Sugarlands Visitor Center, which is about 6 miles away, going back towards Gatlinburg. For those of you who have dogs, the dogs are allowed in the campground, but they must be kept on 6-foot leash at all times. If you arrive after hours, there's a board up there at the ranger station where you can get your site assignments there. They'll give you a little piece of paper to show you which site you should be going to. But you probably already know that before you even arrive, since you have to make reservations online. So as you can see behind me, the river that's right next to my campsite itself, it's actually called the Little River. It runs right through the middle of the campground and is a perfect setting for just relaxing and enjoying nature. I'm gonna really enjoy sleeping next to that tonight and listen to the water go by. But yeah, perfect campsite. They're all spread out in here. You got plenty of room between the campsites. So I've heard that the other campgrounds in the Smoky Mountain National Park that are run by the Park Service, the sites are much smaller. So I feel that this campground has that going for it as far as larger sites, so you can kind of keep away from your neighbors. Just kind of walking through the campground again. Everything looks to be very clean, well maintained. People are quiet. They do have the generators out, so you might hear those in the background in some of the clips, but for the most part, very quiet and relaxing. All right, check it out, guys. Wild turkey walking through the campground here. Guess it's better than a bear. Oops. Pretty good sized turkey there. I don't think he likes me following him, but nope. He definitely doesn't like me following him, but there he goes. Pretty cool. Here's another view of the stream that runs through the campground on top of the bridge. Also notice this other little structure over here right across the street from the ranger station. Not really sure what this is for, but if anybody has any ideas, why don't you leave a comment down below and let me know what this would be for. It's kind of an odd little structure. Be nice, they could maybe use it as a place to put an information board about the campground, but not sure what this is. So this section of the campground over here, I'm told opens after May 1st, so there's going to be a whole nother section available. Also, obviously no fishing from the bridge per the sign. I assume you can go fishing if you're down along the banks of this little river down here. I don't know what's in there, probably some brook trout or something, but guess you could go fishing down there like the bears and get yourself a dinner. Well, I just came across the river here to see the section of the campground that's closed, and there's a sign immediately right here that says it's an amphitheater. So let's take a walk up here and see what the amphitheater looks like. Be something nice to have some activities during the high season. Looks like they got some lights up here leading you up the path. Don't know how far it is, but let's go take a look. Well, about 50 yards or so up the path here. Here's the amphitheater. So yeah, I'm sure they have demonstrations and nature talks. This looks like it could hold a number of people. They have a little building here that I guess they can do some shows of various types. Yeah, it's really nice back in here. Too bad it's not open right now, but I guess still too early in the season. All right, good morning, guys. This is our view out the tent this morning. It was raining pretty much all night long. Everything's soaked out there, but I think it's stopping now. It's just, I think, just dripping off the trees. So we're going to cook breakfast in the tent here, and then we'll get organized and see how we want to plan our day. So I'll get back to you after breakfast. Okay, what can I say about Elkmont Campground? Very nice campground, large sites, you're spread out from your neighbors, so you got privacy. The setting is just gorgeous here. I mean, you got the river right behind you. Very quiet. Saw a coyote when I was out walking last night, walking right down the road here. So you are definitely in nature. As far as amenities go, the bathrooms are clean. Wish they did have some hot water. Even if they don't have showers, hot water would be a nice addition. Electricity you can do without for a couple days, not a big deal. Other than that, wish they could maybe expand the camp store a little bit more to give you some more selections there. You are close to Gatlinburg, so if you need any supplies, you can run into Gatlinburg in probably about 10 minutes. Other than that, yeah, really nice time. I'd say a rating out of 10, I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10. Other than that, had a really good time here for the 2 days that I've been here. And would I come back? I would probably come back. Yeah. Supposedly this is one of the nicer campgrounds in the area, so I would probably definitely come back here. So hopefully I gave you enough information to make the decision on your own whether you want to stay here or not. So that's going to do it for today. Hope to see you in the next video, because like I say, you never know what you're going to see when you get out and explore with John.